Hi, I'm Steve Dwyer, founder of Edify Hub. On today's video tip, I want to show you the sneak preview of the Edify Hub Ministry Website Builder. On November 24th, we just launched the pilot program for the Edify Hub Ministry Website Builder tool. We have a select number of missionaries who are currently on deputation who are walking through getting their initial website set up with a free tool that we'll be offering in the future. We know there are some rough edges, and that's why we're limiting it to just a few pilot missionaries who are trying it out and giving us their feedback. We'll iterate on it and make a few different revisions as we learn more about what will be a help. But today I just wanted to give you a sneak peek, a walkthrough of what it's like in the current state to set up a brand new website with the Edify Hub Ministry Website Builder tool.
So this is the first page of the sign-up process. You have 4 choices. You can tell it that you're a prayer supporter, and that will just create an account. What we're focusing on today is setting up a website for somebody on deputation. So either be a single missionary, a missionary family, or a mission team is another possibility, but not for somebody on deputation. So we're going to look at these two. We'll walk through a missionary family setting up a website for their ministry. So we'll click on missionary family. Then it asks for the names of the family members. So we'll say we have Sam, his wife Janet, it's the Evening family, and their children Nellie and Emil. Then we scroll down and click Next Step. We've given all the information about the family. Now we tell what's happening. We're either raising support in the pre-field ministry, actively on the field, or on furlough. In this case, we're raising support in the pre-field ministry, so we'll click Next Step. A little warning that Edify Hub websites are open to the public, probably fairly obvious, but if you're looking at going to someplace that is particularly hostile, just hostile to Christian influence, just a little warning to seek advice to see if you really want a public website for your ministry. In this case, let's say our ministry is going to be we're going to Uganda, and we're going to focus on the Teso people. So our ministry will be to the Teso of Uganda. Click Search, and it has found that Uganda is a location, and it found a people group named Teso. In fact, it tells us that it found 2 people groups that start with Teso, or that have the word Teso. So we're going to just choose the word, let it pick the Teso people that it found. And if you wanted to find somebody different, or you said if this people group isn't correct, you can uncheck people group, and it won't assume that it knows about a people group. If you want to correct the people group or search for something different, you can start typing in, and it has a whole list of available people groups that it knows about. We'll put it back to be the Teso. So we'll choose the Teso. This is what it chose for us. We click Next Step. Now we say who we're going out under. We have the missions agent. All this is optional on this page, but if let's say we're going out under BIMI, we found BIMI. Our sending church, let's suppose it's one that's not in the list. So if we start typing, that there are churches that it does know. If yours isn't in the list, you can just enter it. If you give a church that is not in the list, we do ask that you give us a website so that we can add the detailed information. We won't ask you for all of it, but we'll go BreamBaptist.org, and we have an option to show the support level on the website. We'll just leave it at the default of 25%. You can slide this to change it, or you can actually type in a very specific percentage if you want to show your your support level. Click Next Step. And then here's the list. This is what your website is going to be called. You can change this if you want to. You can change any of this. And in fact, let's say that we'll just have it evening.edifyhub.com. And that one is available as well. Click Next Step. Okay, so now I'm going to create the account that I will use to sign on whenever I want to add an update or make an edit to the website. It already entered in my last name for me, but it doesn't know whether I'm Sam or Janet. So I'm going to tell it I am Sam, creating the account. We'll use just a demo email address for this example. edifyhubdemo@gmail.com. We'll give it a username that we want to create. Evening, and that's available. And we'll give it a password. I'm just going to give it a simple password, ABCD for now. If you want to give a strong password, put together unrelated words or use punctuation or numbers. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to do it simple. We want to agree to the terms of service, privacy policy, and doctrinal statement for Edify Hub, and then submit to create your account. This doesn't create the website yet. So we're going to send a confirmation email to the email address that we gave. So we switch over to our inbox, and here's our inbox. And I got the email. I click that. And right here is, I can either click this button to confirm my email address, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. The other option would be to copy this code and paste it in the other window. I'm going to go ahead and confirm my email address. Now, the email address has been verified. Now, I have to go back to that original window where the email account was, and because I verified my email in the other window, this one automatically entered the confirmation code. So I did not have to copy the confirmation code from the email. Now here are all of the details of the website it's about to create for me. It's going to be called The Evening Family, Missionaries to the Teso of Uganda. Here's the website address that it will be. And if I want to make a change, I can edit that now. Here's the ministry details to the Teso of Uganda. The location is Uganda, people group is Teso. I can make an edit. I can change that if I need to. Information about our support. The mission agency, sending church, and yes, we want to show our current support level. I could make a change to that. Finally, agree to the terms and conditions, privacy policy, and doctrinal statement to be able to create a website. When we're done, click Create My Website. And here we go. So it's gathering a bunch of information. There is information about the countries that it gathers from the CIA World Factbook and from the Joshua Project. It gathers information from the Joshua Project about different people groups, and it puts together some articles in a little homepage and makes that public, puts it out, creates the place where it'll expose it on the internet, and then it's done. We can click this button to take you to the website, and this is the website that it just created. The Evening Family, Missionaries to the Teso of Uganda, and sent by Berean Baptist Church. You can visit the website, or sent through BIMI. It already has a few things in the menu about us. We'll tell about the Evening Family. This is a place where right now it just copies a welcome message, tells where it's sent from. We can get information about Uganda itself. And this is information that came from the Joshua Project and CIA World Factbook. We find information about the Teso people group, including the religious breakdown, just how much is Christianity, and of the Christianity over here, what flavor of Christianity. And so we have that information. And then for those on deputation, there is a place for a blog-like series of updates. It's under the Updates menu. We've created your first one for you. just says that, hey, we used Edify Hub's website builder. We can look at that. This is the article. Pretty much any page that you're on, if you want to change it, up here in the header is a place to edit. And this is the website that it creates. In a future video, we will talk about how to add a new blog entry, how to add new pages to go into the menu, how to change, how to add a picture of your family, because that's something that makes your website more personal, something that we can't do with an automatic 5-minute setup. But we'll walk through how to personalize this. But even without the personalization, this is a website that you should not feel embarrassed to show to a potential supporting pastor.
So that was it. From idea to initial website in 5 minutes or less. That's the working model of the Edify Hub website builder. Now we're getting a lot of feedback right now from missionaries on deputation who are actually working with the tool, and we'll incorporate that feedback to make it even better. The nice thing about what you saw at the end, the website there, that's not the end, that's just the beginning. It's enough to be able to present, but with the website builder is a complete dashboard behind the scenes where you can add content, add menu items, lots of other flexibility that you'll have complete control over your website. But I did want to give you that sneak peek of here's what we're working on. If you have feedback where you look at it and say, you know, Steve, I think it would be better if, go ahead and send me an email at sdwyer@edifyhub.com, or just leave a comment on the show notes page, and we'll have a link to the show notes page at the end. Let us know what you think, ideas that you'd have to make it better, or if you're interested in signing up, go to the website, the homepage of edifyhub.com, and in the box in the middle, there's a place to sign up and apply for your position on the Edify Hub website builder. Thank you for watching this episode of the video tip from Edify Hub. If this was helpful, click here to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll let you know every time a new video tip is available. For a complete transcript of this episode, click here and we'll take you to the show notes page, where you'll also see a link to all of the resources that we've mentioned. While you're there, scroll to the bottom and click one of the social sharing icons to share this information with your friends so that they can benefit from the same information that you just received. When you do that, you too will help encourage Christian growth.